Hi there. In this video, I'm going to be doing a review on the Hele cot. I have used this for the last 2 years and slept on it over 150 nights, and yeah, it's pretty dialed, so let's talk about it. Okay, so Hele is based in Colorado, and I actually got this to go in my Freedom Camper 79 because I was having a lot of trouble finding a cot that would fit. The Freedom Camper 79 is 79 inches long, but you only have like 6 feet 4 inches, 6 feet 3 inches of internal space, and the width inside is also only like 54 inches, and so it gets tight quick. So my problem was I was looking at kind of conventional canvas cots, you know, the ones for like, I don't know, $50 to $100 on Amazon. Tried running one in there, it took up way too much space, and I also just hated how the normal cots sagged in the middle. I wanted it to feel like I was on a bed frame, and I wanted something that was also modular, because a big thing with the Freedom Campers is how light they are. This unit here is only 190 pounds, and so I will lift it out by myself, reinstall it by myself, or with my wife's help. I just needed something that I could take out when I was unloading the camper really easily, and this is the perfect setup for that. So it's a tubular frame construction. You can adjust the height. It also comes with 2 additional poles for like a car camping setup. So let's say you have a, Subaru Outback or a RAV4 or something that's not a truck with an actual camper in it. This fits really well in the back of that car and is modular, so it's easy to pack up and fit in a single carry case and take with you. Just for the sake of argument, let's say you're trying to pack this thing up. All you do is there's these 2 elastic bands that hold these slats on, and you can fold that up, and then each piece has a push button in it. And so really what that'll do is allow you to collapse this whole thing by pushing these in and then popping off the sections. And there's basically 3 main corner adjoining sections and then 4 tubes, and that all comes together to make the frame. And really dialed setup. I will say, if you're watching this video, this is a more expensive option for someone who really needs a modular light setup and can't build it for themselves, right? So like this setup is $400. If you're gonna buy the Hele specific air mattress, which I have, it's another $100. So with their sleeping system, you're looking at a $500 spend to get something that's really dialed for sleeping. Now, again, my requirements were very specific for this. I needed something light and modular, and I wanted to be able to tear it down, pack it in a bag, tuck it away when I wasn't using it. And so spending the $400 on this really wasn't a big deal for me, because I wanted to be able to sleep well every night and have something that was going to be, easy to store. Now, if I was going to leave the Freedom Camper in my truck all the time, didn't need something modular, I probably would have built something out of 2x4s and plywood. It would have been way heavier, but it probably could have done that for like a quarter or half the cost of this. And so I think the important thing that I've realized, with this, again, it's user specific, use case specific. If you are going to need something that's really modular and flexible, probably going with this over building something will be a lot better by the time you do all the design and research and sink a bunch of time into this. They already have this sorted for you. But again, if you just need to build something clunky to car camp, or maybe you're just gonna leave it in all the time, that would be kind of where I would draw the line and be like, if you're handy, you could probably build something. So anyway, just something to consider, because this is definitely a premium option, but it is premium quality. The build quality is incredible. I've slept 150 nights in this. This whole frame and everything probably has at least 100,000 miles on it of just being in the back of my truck, banging around. When my wife and I have moved around the country, because she's a travel nurse, we will set this up and actually use it to store stuff. We'll pile belongings on it in the camper. It will go the distance. This is something, like any other premium camping gear brand, that you are buying this to keep it for life. And so, maybe you want to go buy a $50 or $100 cot. Maybe that works for you, given your space requirements or whatever. But if you just want a really nice piece of gear that you can keep until the day you die, this thing is the way to go. I had mentioned earlier that there is a sleeping pad for $100. It's a really nice air mattress with a foam layer on the top, and silence. So yeah, sleeping pad, like really comfy. I like it a lot more than most air mattresses, but I just in general hate all air mattresses because I don't really want to feel like I'm sleeping on a bounce house. Like while their mattress was super dot, I actually found the best way to sleep on this thing was with a 3-inch memory foam pad that's cot size. So it's 72 inches long by 25 inches wide off of Amazon. And I paired that with a Big Agnes sleeping bag with the sleeve that you can stretch over the pad. So that was the perfect setup for me. But then when I got, just to try, I got the Helebox air mattress, and I actually kind of made a DIY Hest sleeping system out of it. So I would put the Helebox air mattress underneath the 3-inch foam pad and then slept on that, and that felt like sleeping in like a normal residential bed. So again, when I was running this, primarily it was when I was hauling campers or I was driving around the country for other work, and I'd be living out of my truck camper for 2-3 weeks at a time. And so, having a good night's sleep was key for me. This gave me that, and then I was able to fit a power supply under this, my fridge, all my sleeping stuff, my clothes, food. It just gave me a whole bunch more storage and a level sleeping surface. This is something that is meant to be used by people that want to be car camping, storing gear. They are on the road a lot. It's a great piece of equipment, but it comes with a hefty price tag. And so just to wrap, I would say it's a fantastic kit, but just be aware of that price and really think through how much use you're going to be putting through this thing, before you send it. But other than that, great piece of equipment. I have used the shit out of this thing and it has held up great. I do not regret my purchase at all because for my specific needs, it fit the bill 100%. Thank you for watching. If you haven't yet already, be sure to subscribe. I will link on this video to a tour of my camper setup and also to a few other maintenance videos of my truck and my camper setup. If you're interested in those, be sure to check them out, and I will see you next time here on Power Stroke Maintenance. Cheers.